aspiring filmmaker that wants to learn how to create content for a living, the best way to do that is through hands-on experience. Making a short film is an easy, fast, and affordable way to hone your visual storytelling skills. Now, while the thought of creating a short can seem a little unnerving, it actually wouldn't take much to get a project off the ground. You just need to plan your production properly, collaborate with the right people, get the right equipment, and have a lot of determination. Due to advances with digital film equipment, creating content is easier to make than it's ever been in the history of filmmaking. You can literally make a short film with little to no budget. Some creators are shooting content with their cell phones and editing the footage on their personal computers, making it a reality that anyone can produce their own short film. So if you're really ready to roll up your sleeves and create a short film with fantastic production value, stay locked in because I'm going to share today in this video a 4-step bare bones process for making a short film. Now let's get into it. What's up, my Diversity and Cinema Academy fam? I'm Theta Catalan, and this is the place to be if you're an indie filmmaker, video creator, and screenwriter. Okay, so the first step is to choose a concept. I want you to think of an idea you can create with minimal locations, cast, props, wardrobe, and set design. All of that costs a lot of money, okay? After you have determined your concept, write or find a script. Write or select a 10 to 15 page long screenplay. Of course, 10 pages is the sweet spot, okay? Now, I want you to make sure your short scripts includes these 5 stages. First is the ordinary world. This is the beginning stage of the story where the audience gets a glimpse of your protagonist's everyday life. The second stage is the inciting incident. In this stage, you will create an incident that will instill a clear goal for your protagonist. And the third stage is the point of no return. In this stage, you will give your protagonist an obstacle to confront. And the fourth stage is the climax. Here you will create a climatic scene that the protagonist has to resolve. And the final stage is the aftermath. This is the final resolution to the end of the story. After you have outlined your screenplay, you will need to write and properly format your script in screenwriting software such as Final Draft or Writer Duet. The next step is to create a shooting schedule and budget. But before we jump into that, here's my friendly reminder. Please hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications if you want to continue receiving content that helps you turn your productions into a profitable business model. Okay, so let's get back to it. After you finish your final draft, you will break down your script and identify all of the elements you will need to shoot your short. For example, props, cast, locations, wardrobe, special equipment, etc. From there, you can create your own shooting schedule. Even if you're shooting for just one day, you still need to create a schedule to lay out the order in which you will be shooting each scene. Once you finish the scheduling, you can create a budget. However, be resourceful and utilize possessions you already have. For instance, you can utilize anything from working with friends and family or using props and wardrobe from your home. You can learn more about resourcefulness from my blog article, Do It Yourself Indie Filmmaking. So go ahead and check that out. I'll leave a link below. Now, after identifying every resource you can get your hands on for free, determine how much cold hard cash you will need. So the next step is to find the funds. There are several ways that you can find funds for your short film. For instance, maybe you can tap into savings, work part-time for a ride sharing or a delivery company, raise money through crowdfunding, donations, apply for grants, or just pitch investors. Now, finding funds may take a little effort, but it's all a part of the process. In my online course, Leveling Up Your Film Business, I dive deeper into script breakdowns, shooting schedules, budgets, and funding. I also provide spreadsheets to help you map out your funding plan. If you want to learn more about the course, click the link in the description box. Now, the next step is to create storyboards and a shot list. Storyboards are a powerful storytelling method that helps you to visually present your story frame by frame. Your team will get the gist even if you draw stick figures. Using the storyboarding method helps you to create a shot list. Identifying all the shots before the onset of principal photography eases the burden of figuring out everything on the day of shooting. Remember, time is money and you do not have any time to spare. Okay, So now the following step is the casting call. After identifying all the characters needed for your project, write up your character descriptions and a casting notice. Place the casting notice on your local film commission's job board. You can also place your casting call on Actors Access, Backstage Casting, and Facebook groups for film and acting. I'll provide a link in the description box for you to access these casting sites. Now, I know it's tempting to use family and friends for actors, but you want to make sure you find someone who can embody the character spirit. Everybody is not meant for every role, okay? Now, the next step is to put out a crew call. More than likely, you'll be working with a skeleton crew for your short. Therefore, it would be best to consider hiring the most significant players, such as the producer, first assistant director, cinematographer, director, editor, and production sound mixer. Now, you will likely need a few more hands on deck, but these roles are essential. So to learn more about these positions, check out this video, Film Crew Breakdown. After determining your needed positions, place a crew call with the local film commission, Mandy, Production Hub, and Staff Me Up. You can visit Diversity in Cinema Academy's resource page for filmmakers to access these job boards. You can also post your crew call on Facebook groups for film and crew. Networking is also a great way to meet people to collaborate with on projects. So keep that in mind. Now, the next step is to scout locations. So what you'll do is find locations that match the description of the locales in your script. Then you will do a tech scout to survey the sites. You will take a ton of pictures of each place you visit. Also, make sure your locations are suitable for shooting. For example, is the building safe and up to code? Will there be lighting and sound issues? Do you need a permit to shoot there? Those are just a few questions you need to answer before locking down a location. If you have a limited budget, I highly recommend writing a script where you know you'll get free access to a location. Don't be afraid to ask friends, family, and colleagues about places they may have access to use. The next step is to gather supplies and equipment. To shoot your short film, you'll need to rent or purchase film gear for the project. As mentioned earlier, nowadays some creators are shooting shorts from their camera phones. The only setback with using a cell phone is that it doesn't have much memory to hold content, and it will take a long time to upload the footage to a cloud-based storage system. A few items you would need are a camera, lights, and something to record audio. If you have a story that takes place outside during the day, you may only need a bounce board. You should select filming equipment that meets your needs for your budget. For example, if you're on a small budget, you can usually find a digital camera that fits within your budget. Other equipment accessories you may need are a tripod for steady shots, a 3-point lighting setup for inside shooting, and an audio recorder and boom mic for sound capture. Now, obviously, you may need some others, but those are the primary ones. So you can check out the other tools and accessories at Diversity in Cinema Academy's online store. I'll provide a link below. Okay, so if you're finding any value in anything I have shared with you so far in this video, go ahead and hit that like button and let me know, and let that YouTube algorithm know. Okay, it really does give me a boost in the algorithm. Now, let's dive into these last 5 essential steps for making a short film. Now, the next step is principal photography. So it's finally time to shoot your film. The shooting schedule, storyboards, and shot list you created earlier will help you shoot with ease and efficiency. On the day of shooting, have your talent arrive early for hair, makeup, and wardrobe. Conduct rehearsals and camera blocking with the talent and camera department. Then it's time to roll sound, roll camera, then action! Now, after principal photography has wrapped, it's time to edit. The editor will upload your footage to video editing software like DaVinci Resolve, Vegas Post Suite, or Adobe Premiere Pro. I'll provide links below if you're looking for a good editing program. Once you've organized the files in bins or folders, you're now free to start cutting the footage. The editor will put the scenes in chronological order to create a cohesive story. Now the next step is adding sound and music. Once you like the picture, it's time to edit the dialogue and add sound effects and music. For the final mix, the sound designer may use audio software like Pro Tools or Acid Pro 10. During the final sound mix, you will watch and listen to the entire film. The final mix is your last opportunity to sweeten the sound. Lastly, you want to make sure to color correct and grade your film. Raw footage is bland and the color usually doesn't match from clip to clip. The color correction process makes your raw footage look exactly how we see it with the human eye. In contrast, color grading is where you create a particular aesthetic for your film or a scene. Color grading usually sets a visual tone or mood for a scene. Once the colorist completes the look of the film, the picture is locked, rendered, and delivered. Now the next step is final picture lock. Yeah! You have completed your short film. Now it's time to submit it to festivals and show it to an audience. But before you submit it to any festivals, make sure you create a film festival strategy. So there you have it, a quick and easy 14-step bare bones process for making a short film. I hope this video has helped you clarify what you need to do to shoot a short film. Please let me know in the comment section what was your favorite part of this video. If you made it this far and haven't hit the subscribe button yet, then what are you waiting for? Oh God, like seriously. And don't forget to turn on your notifications. Also, if you want to learn why shooting a short film is an essential part of your filmmaking journey, then this video, 10 reasons why you should make a short film, would be an excellent resource. So check it out now.